and actually with this chapter I will finish the first part. So at least I am not facing writer's block. Hi, welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Robbie. I am an aspiring writer, and in this channel I document my writing journey, trying to fit my creative writing around my 9-to-5 job. So this video is a writing vlog where I will tackle my next long-form project, which on this channel we will call it Project South. So you may have seen other videos where I was finishing another project that went under the code name Project East. I have finished it in this channel about 6 months ago, if not something more, and I am undergoing the querying process for the book, so far with very little success, but hey, no one ever said this was going to be an easy thing, right? So I did a first round of querying, and now I'm gonna probably proceed and do a second round and try to expand my net a little bit, but that's on another project. In this video we're gonna talk about Project South. So in the fall of last year, after I closed Project East, I kind of waited a few months and then I dived in this new project, which is again a contemporary fiction book. And I had a couple of very good weeks. There was a day when I went to the New York City Public Library, the Rose Room. I sat there in the beautiful room and I really charted out the entire novel. I have it in my head. And then for the few weeks after, I did do a lot of writing, and I think I wrote about 6 or 7 chapters. So after that though, life got a bit in the way and I stopped completely. I kind of dropped the project. So today, on this beautiful cloudy Sunday in New York City, I'm gonna resuscitate that project and dive in again. So the first step is that I need to familiarize myself with the material, since I haven't really touched it or looked at it in many months. So let's get ready to go out, sit in a cafe and read the pages that I've written so far, and then later we can try and put in some new words to the page. For this very first draft, I'm really not focusing at all on editing. I just want to get through the story, so I will resist the temptation to edit what I have already written, because that's not the point. I will just, yes, get familiar again and then hopefully continue to write. So let's go. Oh yes, I forgot to say that I have one social engagement for today. Some friends of mine have organized a food tour in Queens that should take about 3 hours. So right after the cafe, I'm gonna do that for lunch and then we'll come back and do some writing. I'm back from the lunch. It was really nice. We hopped around many different food places and supermarkets around Jackson Heights, and yeah, it was really nice. But now I'm back and I want to share a few thoughts about reading the first draft. So I wrote 6 chapters, that's correct, and that's about 10,566 words, so it's quite a bit. I'm happy and I'm excited to continue. I went back to the notes that I wrote that day in the library that I spoke about when I charted out the entire novel, so I know exactly what the next chapter will be, and that's great. So at least I am not facing writer's block, and actually with this chapter I will finish the first part. The way I structured it is in 3 different parts. That's usually how my brain works, but then the division in parts, at least in Project East, I removed it eventually with the following drafts because it was just useful for my planning, but it wasn't really functional to the story. So let's see if it will be similar now. Again, yeah, this one is also divided in 3 parts now, so let's do some writing and finish part 1 of draft 1. Let's do it. Okay, I'm all done. This was such a good writing session. So I wrote the 7th chapter, which is also the last chapter of part 1. This chapter amounted to 1,813 words, for now a total of 12,375 words. Yeah, so I'm really happy that I got back into the groove of writing this story. It's always a bit difficult when I leave a project aside to then get back into it, but I found this actually easy enough. Obviously, this is completely a first draft, and it will need a lot of editing, a lot of additional drafts, but at least I put words to the page, so I'm really excited. And I will close it now because I think that we long projects, it's always good to end them on a high note, so that I will be happy to go back to it and do more writing. I think that's better for my motivation, rather than ending a writing day on a bad note, and this way I will feel it less intimidating. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining this Project South writing vlog, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.